Atomic habits. Transforming your life with small changes. Imagine if the key to transforming your life lay in the power of tiny changes. What if you could unlock a better version of yourself not by making drastic shifts, but by implementing simple, sustainable habits? Join us as we dive into the groundbreaking principles of Atomic Habits by James Clear, where you'll discover how small actions can lead to remarkable results. Welcome to Atomic Habits, an audiobook that explores the profound impact of small changes on your daily life. In this journey, we'll uncover the science of habit formation and behavior change, revealing why most people struggle to change their habits and how you can overcome these obstacles. With insights from James Clear, an expert in habits and continuous improvement, you'll learn practical strategies like implementation intentions and habit stacking, helping you build better habits that stick. Get ready to transform your life one small habit at a time. Focus points. The compound effect of habits. Understand how good habits produce results that multiply over time, similar to compound interest. The challenge of breaking bad habits. Explore the reasons why breaking bad habits is often difficult and what you can do to make it easier. Identity over goals. Discover why focusing on changing your identity is crucial for sustainable behavior change rather than fixating solely on goals. Identity-based habits. Learn how to utilize identity-based habits and the habit loop to your advantage. The habit loop. Break down the 4 stages of habit formation. Cue, craving, response, and reward. Awareness as the first step. Recognize the importance of awareness in the journey of behavior change. Implementation intentions and habit stacking. Discover these efficient techniques for establishing and maintaining desired habits. The power of immediate rewards. Understand how living beings respond to immediate rewards and how this influences habit formation. Brain response to opportunities. Learn about the brain's immediate response to enticing opportunities and how to leverage this in habit formation. Learning outcomes. Transform your life. Learn how small, consistent changes can lead to significant life transformations. Build sustainable habits. Master the techniques for creating lasting habits that align with your identity. Enhance self-awareness. Develop a deeper understanding of your current habits and how to modify them effectively. Implement practical strategies. Equip yourself with actionable strategies like habit stacking and implementation intentions to make good habits attractive and easy to maintain. Improve decision-making. Gain insights into how immediate rewards influence your decisions and habits, allowing you to make better choices in the long run. Focus point 1. The power of habit compounding. Good habits can yield rapid, exponential results, much like the way money grows through compound interest. The essence of habits, whether beneficial or detrimental, is that they accumulate over time, leading to significant transformations in various aspects of our lives. The accumulation of positive habits. When we engage in good habits, we experience a phenomenon known as positive fusion. This is evident in our productivity, knowledge acquisition, and interpersonal relationships. For instance, consider the impact of completing just one additional task each day. While it might seem trivial in isolation, when this practice is sustained over weeks, months, or even years, it contributes immensely to career growth and personal development. Automating routine tasks frees up cognitive resources, allowing your mind to focus on more significant challenges and innovations. Moreover, embracing the mindset of a lifelong learner amplifies the compounding effect of knowledge. Each book you read or skill you acquire adds to your understanding and expertise, creating a snowball effect that enhances your capacity for critical thinking and problem solving. The ripple effects of kindness. Practicing kindness also demonstrates the concept of compounding in relationships. Acts of kindness not only enrich your own life but also inspire those around you to reciprocate. When you foster goodwill, you build a network of support that can yield benefits far beyond your initial efforts. The dark side of accumulation. On the flip side, negative habits and stressors also accumulate, often leading to adverse consequences. Minor stressors, which may seem insignificant at first, like parenting challenges, traffic jams, or slight fluctuations in blood pressure, can aggregate over time, resulting in serious health issues. It's crucial to recognize how these small, daily stressors can compound into significant problems if left unaddressed. Similarly, negative thoughts can pile up, creating a distorted and detrimental view of yourself and the world. Be mindful of the narratives you construct as they shape your reality. Outrage, too, often stems from a buildup of microaggressions that manifest in larger societal issues. While it may be tempting to attribute these outbursts to a single event, they usually result from long-standing frustrations that have gone unacknowledged. The threshold of change. Small changes may appear inconsequential until they reach a pivotal moment known as the plateau of latent potential. This threshold is where the cumulative effects of your efforts finally become apparent, demonstrating that patience is essential for achieving the results you desire. James Clear emphasizes this concept with a striking statistic. A daily improvement or decline of just 1% can lead to being 37 times better or worse by the end of the year. This illustrates the profound impact that seemingly minor adjustments can have over time, reinforcing the importance of cultivating good habits and being mindful of their cumulative effects. In summary, both positive and negative habits are subject to the principles of accumulation. By consciously choosing to foster good habits and being aware of negative influences, you can harness the power of compounding to create a more fulfilling and successful life. Focus point 2. The challenge of breaking bad habits. Breaking a bad habit is often more complex than building a good one, but it is certainly achievable with the right approach. The key to overcoming entrenched habits lies not in fixating on the desired outcome, which can feel distant and daunting, but in creating an effective structure that facilitates progress toward that goal. Goals provide direction, but systems are the engines that drive you there. While anyone can set goals, it is those who develop effective strategies and systems that ultimately realize their ambitions. James Clear succinctly captures this concept. What separates winners from losers is the system of continuous small improvements that the winners implement, which help them achieve their goal. This highlights the significance of incremental progress over time, emphasizing that it's not merely the outcome that matters, but the journey to get there. The limitations of goals. Goals are inherently transient. While they provide a sense of purpose and direction, they often lead to disappointment when the initial excitement of achievement fades. Many individuals find themselves reverting to old behaviors once they reach their targets because they have not established a sustainable process to maintain their success. For instance, someone may set a goal to lose 20 pounds and successfully achieve that target. However, without a robust system in place to manage their weight post-achievement, old habits can quickly resurface. Moreover, a goal-oriented mindset can create a cycle of postponing happiness. If you are continually fixated on what you have yet to achieve, you may overlook the joy found in the process itself. Adopting a systems-first mentality allows you to appreciate each step toward your goal. When the actions you take bring you satisfaction, you are more likely to repeat them. Embracing a systems-first mentality. A systems-first approach liberates you from the rigidity often associated with traditional goal setting. Life is unpredictable, and the ability to adapt your plans in the face of challenges is crucial for long-term success. A well-designed system can flexibly accommodate new circumstances while keeping your ultimate destination in sight. Furthermore, when you focus solely on goals, you risk undermining your efforts toward creating sustainable processes. This is particularly evident in scenarios where old habits resurface because the individual has not cultivated a supporting system to sustain change. True transformation requires a commitment to continuous improvement and a dedication to the processes that foster that growth. For instance, consider the case of someone who aims to lose weight. While there are numerous ways to achieve that 20-pound loss, if they lack an effective system for maintaining healthy habits afterward, they may quickly revert to old patterns. The journey to becoming a champion, both in fitness and in life, requires adopting atomic habits that form the foundation of enduring success. Just as small atoms combine to create molecules, atomic habits coalesce to produce comprehensive systems that drive meaningful change. By focusing on these incremental improvements, you can create a resilient framework for personal growth that empowers you to achieve your goals sustainably. In summary, breaking bad habits is a complex endeavor, but with a systems-first approach, you can cultivate the resilience and adaptability needed to make lasting changes in your life. By prioritizing the development of effective systems, you position yourself for success not just in achieving your goals but in maintaining those achievements over the long term. Focus point 3. The importance of identity in habit change. Changing your identity is more crucial than merely focusing on specific goals, as it lays the foundation for sustainable transformation. The challenges associated with changing habits often stem from two primary issues. attempting to change the wrong aspects of ourselves and doing so in ineffective ways. To understand this better, we can break down the process of behavioral development into 3 distinct layers: outcomes, processes, and identity. Outcomes refer to the results you wish to achieve from your habit changes. Processes involve the actions you undertake to bring about those changes. Identity encompasses your core beliefs about who you are. The direction of change. The critical issue with developing lasting habits lies in the direction of change. Rather than concentrating solely on outcomes, such as losing weight or finishing a project, it is essential to prioritize character development. Genuine transformation starts with altering your beliefs about yourself. The essence of who you are holds greater significance than the actions you take. When a habit becomes ingrained in your identity, the likelihood of maintaining that habit increases dramatically. For instance, if you see yourself as a healthy person, you will naturally engage in behaviors that align with that identity, such as exercising regularly or choosing nutritious foods. Reflecting on your desired identity. Take time to contemplate the person you aspire to become. Ask yourself what actions and habits are necessary to embody that identity. Behavior is often a reflection of one's beliefs, so reshaping your self-perception can lead to significant behavioral changes. A common barrier to change is what James Clear describes as cognitive slumber, where individuals unconsciously adhere to the beliefs and norms they have internalized throughout their lives. For example, if you were conditioned to think of yourself as bad at math, this narrative may go unchallenged, leading you to reinforce this belief with evidence from your performance. However, by consciously shifting your perspective, acknowledging that you are average at math rather than bad, you can begin to change your reality. The formation of beliefs. Your beliefs are largely shaped by your environment during childhood and adolescence, influenced by factors such as family, education, friendships, and media exposure. These early experiences can instill helpful beliefs that support your growth or detrimental ones that hinder your progress. Once you reach adulthood, you gain the agency to critically examine these beliefs, dismantling those that no longer serve you and retaining those that enhance your life. Activities that foster identity change. Engaging in specific activities can actively facilitate the change of your identity for the better. For instance, participating in group fitness classes can reinforce a self-image as an active individual. Volunteering can foster a sense of altruism and community connection. By aligning your actions with your desired identity, you reinforce the belief that you are capable of sustaining positive change. In summary, focusing on changing who you are rather than solely aiming for specific goals is the key to sustainable habit transformation. By shifting your beliefs and consciously curating your identity, you pave the way for lasting change. Embracing this identity-based approach empowers you to cultivate habits that align with your true self, ultimately leading to more significant and enduring results in your life. Focus point 4. Understanding identity-based habits and the habit loop. The relationship between habits and identity is reciprocal. They influence and reinforce one another. To cultivate lasting change, it's vital to prioritize identity over merely chasing results. When you place your values at the forefront, the outcomes you seek will naturally align with your beliefs, leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. The transformative power of habits. One of the most profound benefits of establishing habits is their ability to reshape your self-perception. When you engage in a habit that enhances your well-being or brings you joy, it becomes an integral part of your routine and identity. Conversely, if a habit leads to negative feelings or results, you are less likely to repeat it. This underscores the importance of choosing habits that contribute positively to your self-image and overall happiness. The brain's automation of habits. Our brains are wired to automate habits, driven by the satisfaction they provide. This automation serves as a form of mental leverage, allowing you to conserve cognitive energy for more complex tasks. As habits are formed, the level of brain activity associated with decision-making decreases, allowing you to streamline your actions. According to James Clear, habits are mental shortcuts learned from experience. This means that once you establish a habit, you become adept at recognizing cues that predict success while tuning out distractions and irrelevant stimuli. The habit loop. Understanding the habit loop is essential for developing identity-based habits. The habit loop consists of 4 stages. Cue, the trigger that initiates the habit. Craving, the desire or motivation that drives you to engage in the behavior. Response, the actual habit or action taken. Reward, the the positive outcome or satisfaction derived from the behavior. This cycle reinforces the habit, making it easier to repeat in the future. By recognizing and intentionally designing your habit loops, you can shift your behaviors to align with your desired identity. Creating mental space. By automating essential aspects of your life through effective habits, you free up mental space for creativity and deeper thinking. When you eliminate decision fatigue and streamline your routines, you allow room for new ideas and strategies to flourish. This mental clarity is crucial for developing innovative plans and concepts that have a broader reach and greater impact. In summary, understanding the interplay between habits and identity, along with mastering the habit loop, is vital for personal growth and transformation. By focusing on the development of identity-based habits, you not only enhance your self-perception but also create a sustainable framework for achieving your goals. This approach empowers you to design your life in alignment with your values and beliefs, ultimately leading to more profound and lasting change. Focus point 5. Understanding the habit loop. The habit loop outlines the 4 fundamental stages involved in the formation of all habits: cue, craving, response, and reward. This framework illustrates how habits emerge and reinforces the connection between our behaviors and the rewards we seek. The 4 stages of the habit loop. Cue. This initial stage represents the trigger that prompts your brain to initiate a particular behavior. A cue can be anything from a specific time of day to a certain environment, emotional state, or even the presence of other people. Essentially, cues act as signals that spark your interest in a certain action. Craving. Once the cue is recognized, it leads to a craving or desire for the behavior associated with it. This craving is fueled by the anticipation of the reward that the behavior will bring. Until you satisfy this craving, your emotions may feel unsettled or chaotic, highlighting the importance of addressing the underlying desire. Response. This stage involves taking action in response to the craving. It is the actual behavior you engage in to fulfill the desire. If you respond positively and take the desired action, you are on your way to reinforcing the habit. Reward. After responding to the craving, you receive a reward. This is the positive outcome or benefit that reinforces the habit loop. The reward serves 2 primary functions. It provides immediate satisfaction, fulfilling your desire, and it teaches your brain that this particular behavior is worth repeating. Over time, as you experience the rewards, you will naturally gravitate towards repeating the action. The purpose of each habit. Every habit is driven by a specific goal represented by the reward it offers. The cue signals the potential reward, igniting the desire to attain it. In this way, the habit loop becomes a self-reinforcing cycle, where the satisfaction of a reward motivates further engagement in the behavior. Problem and solution phases. The 4 stages of the habit loop can be divided into 2 distinct groups. Problem phase. This includes the cue and craving stages, where the recognition of a trigger prompts a desire. Solution phase. This consists of the response and reward stages, where you take action to satisfy the craving and receive the reward. Principles of behavior change. To cultivate positive habits, you can apply 4 key principles of behavior change based on the habit loop. Make it clear. Ensure that your cues are obvious and easy to recognize. Make it enticing. Enhance the desirability of the behavior so that cravings become stronger. Make it simple. Simplify the process of taking action to minimize resistance. Make it enjoyable. Create a rewarding experience that you look forward to, reinforcing the habit. By inverting these principles, you can effectively eliminate negative habits. Make it disappear. Remove cues that trigger undesirable behaviors from your environment. Make it unattractive. Diminish the appeal of the behavior to reduce cravings. Make it difficult. Introduce barriers that make it harder to engage in the habit. Make it unrewarding. Ensure that the outcomes of the behavior are dissatisfying or unpleasant. Understanding the habit loop equips you with the knowledge to develop positive habits and dismantle negative ones. By applying the principles of behavior change, you can create a structured approach that leads to lasting transformation, enhancing both your daily life and long-term goals. Recognizing the interconnectedness of each stage allows you to take control of your behaviors, ultimately fostering a lifestyle aligned with your values and aspirations. Focus point 6. Becoming aware of your habits. The foundation of behavior change. Understanding your habits is crucial for initiating meaningful behavior change. The journey towards transformation begins with awareness. as it allows you to identify and evaluate the patterns that govern your daily life. The power of automatic behaviors. Our brains are incredibly efficient at automating numerous activities. Functions such as hair growth, blood circulation, breathing, and digestion operate seamlessly without our conscious involvement. This automation is essential for our survival, enabling us to focus our attention on more pressing tasks. However, it also means that many of our habits, both good and bad, can occur without us being fully aware of them. Training your brain for automation. Just as the brain can automate basic physiological functions, it can also be trained to establish positive habits. Through consistent practice and repetition, you can rewire your brain, making beneficial behavior second nature. Over time, the cues that initially triggered these habits may become unnecessary, as your brain learns to execute the actions automatically. When a behavior becomes a habit, you engage in it without requiring conscious thought. This level of automation frees up mental resources, allowing you to focus on other tasks. The role of awareness in behavior change. Awareness serves as the critical first step in changing your habits. For example, consider the process of learning to drive a car. Initially, every detail, such as checking mirrors, adjusting speed, and signaling, demands your full attention. However, with practice, these actions become second nature, enabling you to multitask effectively. A practical technique employed by the Japanese railway system to enhance safety is called pointing and calling. In this method, operators point at various objects and verbalize their commands as they interact with the environment. This practice brings previously unconscious actions into awareness, significantly reducing errors and enhancing focus. Studies show that pointing and calling can decrease mistakes by up to 85% and reduce accidents by 30%. Keeping a habit scorecard. Another effective strategy for cultivating awareness is to maintain a habit scorecard. This scorecard is a simple tool where you list your daily habits and categorize them as good, neutral, or bad. You can denote neutral habits with an equal sign, equal symbol, positive habits with a plus sign, plus symbol, and negative habits with a minus sign, minus. By tallying your scores, you gain insight into your tendencies. A positive total reflects beneficial patterns, while a negative score highlights areas for improvement. Taking your time with change. As you embark on the journey of changing your habits, it's important to be patient. Begin by observing your behaviors and reflecting on their consequences. This process of learning and awareness will guide you in making informed decisions about which habits to change and how to approach the transformation. Awareness is the cornerstone of effective behavior change. By training your brain to recognize and automate good habits, you set the stage for long-term success. Employing techniques like pointing and calling, along with tools such as a habit scorecard, empowers you to monitor your patterns and make conscious choices. Remember, the path to change is gradual. Take the time to learn from your experiences and you'll cultivate habits that align with your goals and values. Focus point 7. Effective techniques for creating and maintaining desired habits. Implementation, intention, and habit stacking. Implementing new habits can be a challenging yet rewarding journey. Two powerful techniques to facilitate this process are implementation intentions and habit stacking. These strategies not only help you establish new behaviors but also make them easier to maintain over time. Implementation intention. Implementation intentions are a practical method for reinforcing your commitment to a desired behavior. This technique involves clearly stating when and where you plan to engage in the activity you wish to adopt. The formula is straightforward. I will behavior, in location. By specifying the time and location, you create vivid cues that remind you of your intention. These cues serve as powerful prompts, making it easier to follow through with your plans. For instance, if you want to incorporate daily exercise into your routine, you might say, I will go for a 30-minute walk at 7 a.m. in the park. This clarity not only reinforces your commitment but also helps eliminate ambiguity, making it less likely that you'll skip the activity. Habit stacking. Habit stacking is another effective technique that encourages you to build new habits by linking them to existing ones. This method allows you to attach a new behavior to an already established routine, creating a seamless flow of actions. For example, you might combine your morning coffee ritual with reading the news. After I pour my morning coffee, I will read the news for 10 minutes. This approach simplifies the process of forming new habits because you're not starting from scratch. Instead, you're leveraging the comfort of your established routines to make small, manageable adjustments. By identifying the existing habit that will act as a cue for the new behavior, you create a chain of actions that feel familiar and less daunting. The effectiveness of habit stacking largely depends on the foundational cue that initiates the sequence. Since you're building on an existing routine, the details regarding time and location are already integrated, making it easier to implement. Enhancing habit formation through environment awareness. Both implementation intentions and habit stacking align with the first law of behavior change, which emphasizes the importance of clear cues. By deliberately setting up these cues, you can effectively trigger the desired behaviors. However, it's essential to recognize that your environment significantly influences your choices. As psychologist Kurt Lewin posited, behavior is a function of a person interacting with their environment. Your surroundings can subtly push you towards certain actions that may not align with your identity. For instance, if you're trying to quit smoking but find yourself around friends who smoke, you may feel an urge to light up just to fit in. Awareness of these environmental triggers is crucial. Understanding when your cravings arise can empower you to resist succumbing to external pressures. Moreover, the phenomenon of suggestion impulse buying, identified by economist Hawkins Stern, highlights how exposure to products can create perceived needs in consumers. Just as seeing a product can trigger impulsive buying behavior, your environment can influence your habits in similar ways. Recognizing these patterns allows you to create a more supportive atmosphere for cultivating positive habits. Incorporating implementation intentions and habit stacking into your routine can significantly enhance your ability to form and maintain desired habits. By specifying when and where you will engage in a behavior and attaching new habits to established routines, you make the process more manageable and enjoyable. Additionally, remaining conscious of the influences your environment has on your choices is essential for fostering a lifestyle that aligns with your goals. By being proactive and intentional about your habits, you can create a framework for sustainable change and personal growth. Focus point 8. Understanding perception, rewards, and habit formation. Every living being interprets the world uniquely, driven by its instinctual needs and preferences. For humans, the sensory nervous system is our primary means of perceiving our environment. Out of the roughly 11 million sensory receptors in our bodies, the majority, around 11 million, are dedicated to sight. This dominance of visual perception offers us a powerful opportunity. By creating an environment that aligns with our goals, we can make positive changes in our habits. The power of visual cues in habit formation. Visual cues play a significant role in habit formation. When the right cues are attached to a habit, it can become more appealing. For instance, if you want to eat healthier, placing fresh fruits on your kitchen counter rather than hiding them in the fridge can serve as a constant reminder to choose them over less healthy snacks. By strategically arranging your environment, you can increase the likelihood of engaging in beneficial behaviors. Interestingly, the same strategies that encourage bad habits can be inverted to promote good ones. Surrounding yourself with multiple positive triggers, like motivational quotes, vision boards, or even reminders of your goals, can enhance your commitment to new habits. Research shows that individuals with high self-control actively design their lives to minimize exposure to cues that might lead to poor choices. By rearranging your environment to align with your aspirations, you set the stage for success. The role of self-control and environment. Self-control becomes crucial, especially when faced with unexpected temptations. If you constantly find yourself resisting urges, it can be exhausting and lead to eventual failure. To prevent this, it's essential to optimize your surroundings so that you conserve your willpower for critical moments. This optimization extends beyond the physical world to the online environment, where distractions can easily derail your focus. Human behavior is heavily influenced by the desire for immediate rewards. We naturally gravitate toward activities that bring us pleasure and satisfaction. To facilitate the development of good habits, consider implementing an accountability partner who can help keep you in check. By imposing consequences for habits you wish to eliminate, you harness social dynamics to your advantage. Humans inherently seek approval from others, and maintaining social relationships can serve as a motivator to uphold positive behaviors. Aligning habits with values for success. For a habit to truly stick, it must align with your personal values and interests. Engaging in activities that resonate with who you are makes the process of habit formation much more enjoyable and sustainable. When you don't feel compelled to engage in unfamiliar tasks, the likelihood of sticking with the habit increases. However, it's crucial to remain mindful of the monotony that often accompanies routine. Human beings tend to lose interest in repetitive tasks, so introducing challenges and variations is vital. The sense of achievement that comes from overcoming obstacles contributes to our motivation and satisfaction. Deliberate practice is an effective way to maintain sharpness and awareness in your habits. For instance, a person who has learned to drive may eventually overlook aspects of their driving that require improvement. However, by consciously engaging in reflective practices and seeking feedback, one can maintain a level of awareness that helps identify blind spots and areas for growth. The journey toward establishing positive habits involves understanding our perception of rewards and the impact of our environment. By leveraging visual cues, optimizing our surroundings, and aligning our habits with our values, we can create a foundation for lasting change. Additionally, incorporating elements of accountability and maintaining awareness through deliberate practice will enhance our ability to navigate challenges and continuously improve. Through intentional actions and mindful habits, we can achieve finesse in our personal development and create a fulfilling life. Focus point 9. The brain's immediate response to enticing opportunities. The brain reacts quickly to appealing opportunities, with changes in dopamine levels indicating the moment a desire arises. Dopamine is a crucial neurotransmitter involved in habit formation and plays a significant role in our motivation and pleasure systems. Many addictive substances trigger a substantial release of dopamine, which explains why they are so difficult to overcome. Even ordinary activities like drinking water, engaging in sexual activity, and eating generate dopamine release, reinforcing the behaviors associated with these actions. Interestingly, the anticipation of a reward often exerts a more potent influence on the brain than the reward itself. This anticipation fuels our actions, motivating us to engage in behaviors that we believe will lead to desirable outcomes. For instance, the excitement of looking forward to a delicious meal can motivate us to cook or eat healthily. Temptation bundling, combining desirable activities. To enhance the attractiveness of a behavior, one effective strategy is temptation bundling. This approach involves pairing a behavior you enjoy with one you wish to encourage. The concept is rooted in Premack's principle, which suggests that more likely behaviors can promote less frequent ones. For example, you might allow yourself to watch your favorite TV show only while exercising, thereby making the workout more enjoyable and motivating. The influence of cultural context and group behavior. Our preferences and behaviors are significantly shaped by our cultural context. The innate human desire to belong to a group or community often leads us to adopt behaviors that are valued or praised by those around us. This group can include admired figures, peers with shared backgrounds, or close relationships. Group behavior tends to override individual behavior. For instance, a non-bully might start exhibiting bullying behavior to fit in with a group of bullies. It's essential to recognize how external influences shape our actions and to consciously surround ourselves with individuals who inspire positive behaviors and do not pressure us into uncomfortable situations. The importance of frequency over duration in habit formation. When it comes to developing new habits, frequency is more critical than duration. Consistent practice is more effective than extensive planning or elaborate strategies. The principle of simplicity is paramount. Keeping your efforts straightforward encourages habit formation. To build a habit successfully, break it down into small, manageable actions. Remove as many barriers as possible to ensure you can maintain consistency. A practical approach to habit formation is the 2-minute rule, which states that any new habit should take no more than 2 minutes to complete. Once you've mastered the initial phase, you can gradually increase the time and complexity. Conversely, if you want to eliminate unwanted habits, make the practice difficult. Restrict your access to cues that trigger these habits. By creating obstacles, you can gradually diminish their influence in your life and facilitate their removal. The immediate brain response to enticing opportunities, influenced by dopamine levels and reward anticipation, plays a significant role in habit formation. By understanding strategies such as temptation bundling, recognizing the impact of cultural and group behaviors, and prioritizing frequency over duration, we can develop more effective approaches to creating and sustaining positive habits. Simplicity and consistent practice, combined with an awareness of external influences, can lead to lasting behavioral change and personal growth. Conclusion: habits transform when you commit to making a 1% improvement daily over time. Much like atoms combine to form complex structures, these incremental changes build upon one another to create significant growth and progress. Therefore, it's crucial to focus on establishing systems that facilitate the stacking of these small improvements. By concentrating on systems rather than merely chasing goals, you ensure ongoing development, even after reaching specific milestones. Before a cue can influence behavior, it must be imbued with meaning. If you're unaware of a cue, it will be impossible to develop a craving for the associated behavior. Finding contentment in your current circumstances is vital for happiness. This sense of satisfaction can dissipate the moment a new desire emerges. We often yearn for the representation of pleasure that exists in our minds, which underscores the importance of being mindful about our desires. The driving force behind behavior is desire. Nurturing a desire for the habit you wish to cultivate is essential for its sustainability. Emotions are the primary motivators of action. They often overshadow logical reasoning. Cravings precede responses, meaning that our feelings significantly influence our decisions. We tend to evaluate our actions only after we've performed them, and when those actions yield satisfaction, our brains signal us to repeat them in the future. Thus, it's important to pay attention to what brings you joy and satisfaction. To better understand your habits and their impact on your life, create a habit scorecard. This tool will help you assess whether you have a net positive or negative pattern in your behaviors. Identify one routine you want to stop and one you want to develop. By applying the appropriate strategies to these habits, you can begin the journey toward more meaningful and fulfilling behavioral changes. Implementing small, consistent changes in your daily habits can lead to profound transformations over time. By focusing on emotional desires, nurturing awareness of cues, and creating supportive systems, you can build a life that aligns with your goals and values, fostering long-term success and happiness. Thank you for joining me on this journey through atomic habits. As we wrap up, let's quickly summarize the key focus points we've discussed. The habit loop. Understanding the 4 stages of habit formation: cue, craving, response, and reward. Awareness. Recognizing the importance of being aware of your habits as the first step toward behavior change. Implementation, intention, and habit stacking. Utilizing these strategies to create and maintain positive habits effectively. Environment optimization. Rearranging your surroundings to support good habits and minimize temptations. The role of desire and emotion. Understanding how emotions drive actions and the significance of nurturing a desire for desired habits. Incremental improvement. Focusing on making small daily improvements that lead to significant long-term changes. Recommendations. Create a habit scorecard. Track your daily habits to evaluate your patterns, good, neutral, or bad. This awareness will guide your choices. Use implementation intentions. Clearly define when and where you will practice new habits using the formula: I will, behavior, at time, in location. Practice habit stacking. Attach new habits to existing ones to make them easier to adopt. For example, combine your morning coffee routine with reading or journaling. Optimize your environment. Modify your surroundings to reduce cues that lead to unwanted behaviors while enhancing those that promote positive habits. Focus on emotions. Reflect on the emotions tied to your habits to strengthen your desire to change and maintain positive behaviors. This exploration of atomic habits highlights the incredible potential we have to shape our lives through small, consistent actions. By understanding the mechanics of habit formation and the importance of our environment and emotions, we empower ourselves to make meaningful changes. I want to express my gratitude for your time and interest in this audiobook. Your commitment to self-improvement is commendable, and I hope you found the insights valuable. If you enjoyed this content, please like, subscribe, and share this audiobook with others. Remember, as you continue your learning journey, the more you listen, the better you speak. Engaging with this material will not only enhance your understanding of habits but also improve your English language skills. Let's keep growing together.